Ramal in Tawaf, movement of shoulders. It is narrated by Hazrat Zayd bin Aslam that I heard Umar ibn al-Khattab say, "What is the need of walking proudly, Ramal, and moving the shoulders, while going round the Kaaba? Allah has now strengthened Islam, and obliterated disbelief and the infidels. In spite of that we shall not forsake anything that we used to do during the time of the Messenger of Allah." Though the Prophet stated this act at the time of Hajjatul Wida, though there was no disbeliever at that time. It was narrated that Ibn Umar said, "The Messenger of Allah turned to face the stone, then he put his lips on it, and wept for a long time. Then he turned and saw Umar bin Khattab weeping. He said, 'O Umar, this is the place where tears should be shed.'" Virtues of Arafat. It is narrated from Hazrat Jabir that Prophet stated, "When the day of Arafat comes, Allah Ta'ala descends to the lowest heaven, and praises them to the angels saying, 'Look at my servants who have come to me disheveled, dusty, and crying out from every deep valley. I call you to witness that I have forgiven them.'" Obligation of Hajj. Hajj is obligatory on every sane and physically capable adult Muslim, once in a lifetime, who has means of transportation to reach the sacred house of Allah, whether by plane, car, or riding animal, or by renting such means, according to his situation, and that he has sufficient provisions to get there and back. That should be surplus to what he needs to spend on those on whom he is obliged to spend, until he returns from Hajj, and the minor, adult, blind, one whose one hand or foot is amputated, or he is so old or ill that is unable to travel. Hajj is not obligatory on such persons. But if these people perform Hajj, after bearing the difficulty, then the obligation of Hajj will be completed, and Hajj will not be obligatory after becoming healthy. It is only obligatory to perform Hajj once. Then it is nafil and has a great reward. If a minor performs Hajj, then it is acceptable, but he will have to perform the obligatory Hajj after he reaches the age of maturity. To delay Hajj after its obligation is not right. There will be a sin of delay, but even if it is performed with delay, still it is acceptable. Those excuses that are acceptable to delay Hajj: illness, unsafe journey, widow who is in the condition of iddat, non-availability of mahram for females, provided that Makkah is at the distance of a shari, safar. Way of performing Hajj. It is essential to wear ihram before entering Miqat. Since travel is by air nowadays, and it is difficult to wear ihram in the plane, those traveling by air are recommended to wear the ihram from their homes, after performing wudu and ghusl. Ihram is 2 pieces of unstitched white sheets. One should be tied on the waist, and one wrapped around the upper body. After wearing the ihram, one must offer 2 rakats nafil salah, and cover the head with the sheet, as the state of ihram does not begin with just wearing ihram. Instead it starts with the recitation of talbiyah. After performing nafil, one should make the intention for whichever type of Hajj one wants to perform. There are three types of Hajj. Hajj Tamattu. It is the type of Hajj in which the pilgrim enters in Ihram for the Umrah during the Hajj months, from whatever miqat he passes through on his way to Makkah. The pilgrim then performs the rites of Umrah and is released from the state of Ihram. After that he wears Ihram again for Hajj separately. Such people should recite this dua after offering their nafil prayers. Hajj Qiran. It is the type of Hajj that is performed by making an intention to perform Umrah and Hajj together with one Ihram and one intention in the season of Hajj. Such people should recite this dua. Hajj Ifraad. It is the type of Hajj which is performed by making an intention of Hajj alone, without Umrah. Such people should recite this dua. The most preferred is Qiran, then Tamattu, and then Ifraad. In both Tamattu and Qiran, the Umrah is done first, but the only difference is that, in Qiran, the pilgrim does not exit the state of Ihram after performing Umrah, whereas in Tamattu, the pilgrim will exit the state of Ihram and re-enter a new Ihram when proceeding to Hajj. The details will come later. First, it is important to understand Umrah.